Hello everyone, I'm back again, and today I'm going to be doing kind of something fun for me to do. I kind of want to do these videos more often. I think I've seen these like circulating around like the movie YouTuber, what am I trying to say? Movie YouTubers? What? I guess that's it. It's the Rotten Tomatoes scores of your favorite movies. I decided I kind of want to do like a little, side thing where I do this, and I figured I'd start with my favorite movies of all time, and I'd go through them and see if they match what I think they should be. See what Rotten Tomatoes thinks. Now, I don't know if Rotten Tomatoes is necessarily the best place to get reviews, or I don't know how accurate it is. Now, I know they have the audience and the critic scores, but we'll see. Let's go through the list and let's see what my favorite movies got on Rotten Tomatoes. So, number one, these are in no particular order. These are just my favorite movies. So number one I want to talk about is Bound, and it was the first movie made by, to be careful here, the Wachowski sisters, formerly brothers back then. And it starred Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon and Joe Pantoliano, and it was basically like a film noir crime thriller caper, and it had Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon playing lesbian lovers, and I always thought this was such a well-filmed, well-acted crime film that I just thought it's so underrated in life, and I kind of thought when I went on Rotten Tomatoes that it was going to be underrated, but I looked and it got a 92%. Good job, Rotten Tomatoes. I agree with you. It definitely is an underrated mafia movie, but it crosses so many genres, and I think it is the Wachowski sisters' best movie they have ever made, and it was their first. So definitely check out Bound if you haven't seen it. It's not very well known, but it's so good. So number two, I had Misery, and that is obviously starring Kathy Bates and James Caan. If you watch my videos a lot, you know that I talk about this movie a lot on my channel, so I'm not going to get into like the actual storylines of these movies, so I'm just going to go through the scores. So if you really want to see in-depth me talking about the movies, I will link some of the reviews and stuff down below, so you can see that. But Misery, I actually thought it was kind of low for what I thought it was going to be. It was rated at 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I kind of think it deserves to be in like the 90s. I don't know. Some of the ones I was looking, like scrolling through like the top page, some of the ones like at 90s, I don't know Rotten Tomatoes. Like, see, that's where I kind of like think, ugh. But still 89% is pretty good, I'd say. And actually, all of my favorite movies are above 80%, so I was pretty impressed with myself. I feel like I have good taste. Rotten Tomatoes making a girl feel good about herself. Next is Rosemary's Baby, and this was actually, I'm looking down at a paper because I wrote them all down. This was actually the top rated one out of all of the films that I love, and it got a 99%. Which is huge in the Rotten Tomato world, because 100% is the tops, obviously. And I agree. I think it holds up to this day. Mia Farrow's performance is amazing. And yeah, I just, like I said, it holds up. I've talked about this a trillion times, and the story is just so good. Okay, and then the next movie I picked was Jaws, and I kind of thought Jaws was going to get 100%. I don't know why. I really think it's Steven Spielberg's best movie, my opinion. I talk about this movie so much. It is my favorite movie of all time, in case you didn't know. And it got 97%. I mean, it's not bad, but I thought it was going to get 100%. Next, I think this is my lowest rated one. It is. it is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, the version, the Tim Burton version with Helena Bonham Carter and Johnny Depp, and it is just probably my favorite movie musical. It's the best adaptation from stage to screen as far as I'm concerned. I think Tim Burton did such a good job. This is my favorite Tim Burton movie. A lot of these I feel are very underrated, and I forgot to give you the score. It's 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I feel like it's kind of fair. I mean, I feel like when it came out, it didn't get as much love as it should have, and I definitely feel like now it's kind of gotten a cult following, and it is deservedly so. It's just a great movie all around. And the last one I kind of put in here last second because it is definitely my favorite movie of this past year, or last year, and that is The Last Jedi. And I kind of thought, like, I hadn't looked at any of this before. I don't like basing my opinions or seeing a movie knowing what it got or what people have said about it. I just like going in with my own blank canvas of opinions and thinking my own thoughts about it. I don't know how to say it any better. So I didn't know what people on Rotten Tomatoes gave this, and I was kind of nervous because I heard all of the negative kind of backlash about this movie. I did not get this at all. I don't really want to go into it because I feel like people do feel very strongly about The Last Jedi, and me personally, I thought it was the best Star Wars movie ever made. Rian Johnson is a freaking genius, and I could make a whole video talking about how amazing and how well it was shot, it was acted, the nuances of every scene. It was just such a good movie, and it got 91%, and I was shocked. I thought it was gonna have way less from the way people talk about it, but obviously the critics on Rotten Tomatoes agree with me. It's terrible. I don't like giving I don't like giving opinions when there's when it's very controversial, but I feel so strongly about this movie and I really loved it, and hopefully over time people will come to see that, especially hardcore Star Wars fans. I know we're kind of disappointed, and I'm a hardcore Star Wars fan, so I hope one day they can come around and see what was there, and maybe they missed it the first time. I don't know. Anyway, that has been my Rotten Tomatoes scores. I'm gonna do some more, maybe some film franchises I like, and see what their scores were. This to me is so intriguing. I've just been seeing this going around recently, so I'm excited to do some more. So tell me what you guys think down below, and tell me, do you think these scores are right for these movies? What are your favorite movies, and what did they get on Rotten Tomatoes? Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!